Alright guys, again, this was probably the batch that I got a huge deal on some stuff, and I'll go over some of the better ones I want to say till the last, because this is really the pickup that got me, well, man, maybe it's time to do a YouTube channel. Let me go, we'll start with the most recent. Nintendo pickups come, kind of chronological, or the newer systems to the older systems. So, first pickup, I got this at a place called McKay's. Apparently they had the player's choice for 20. Then they had the, I guess you can call this the black label for the GameCube. Excuse me, I've got some apple juice. It's not working with me. Tales of Symphonia. Got this for $10 at Mr. K's, as they call themselves. In Johnson City, Tennessee. Again, I'm on an RPG pick. Kind of a kick here. So definitely happy to get this because I've heard of these games, and this was one of the games for the GameCube I wish I would have picked up when I had one. So very stoked to get that for like $10. So very cool. Next one up is the Nintendo 64. Only 2 games. Got these at a flea market. I had to clean them up quite a lot. It's a Quake 1 for the N64. And also Quake 2. Never played either one of these. Obviously more for the PC, I guess, where they kind of originated. But definitely happy to have both of these. Pretty good condition once I clean them up. Next up is my Super Nintendo pickups. The first one I got for about $5 at G2K, and that's Mortal Kombat 2. I didn't have a card of that, so very stoked to see that. Next up, I got this at G2K in Kingsport, UN Squadron for about $10. Next up, I had to actually got this at a flea market. Got to clean it up just a little bit better there. I had to take the back label off because it was just torn to shreds. This is Buster Looney Tunes, Buster Bust Loose. Heard some great things about that, so very stoked to have that. Next up, I got this for $5 at the same booth at a flea market. I'm a big comic book fan, as I said before in the welcome video. Wolverine Adamantium Rage. Looked up some reviews on it. It seems like it plays a lot like Metroid. Obviously not Metroid, but plays a lot like it, so very stoked to have that. Next up, this one I got on a trade-in. The next 2 I got for about $13 each, or $13 together. This is probably the best copy of this I've ever found. These games tend to get just beat the crap up. Everyone I find has a rip, they're just really dirty. This is pretty good condition for it. It's Super Mario Bros. World 2, or Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, which I have never played, so I'm very stoked to have that. And then finally, the last one, a huge Mega Man fan, like I said before, and that's just with the Legends and every other Mega Man game. Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo, glad to have that in my collection. Big fan of the X stuff. My friend Travis, which hopefully he's watching this video, went over, spent a couple days after Christmas, during Christmas break with him when I was, I think, like a senior in high school. He's a little bit old. He's a little bit older than I am. And we played Super Nintendo. He kind of introduced me back to retro games. He has an unbelievable collection. Hopefully he'll let me kind of do a room tour for the YouTube channel, kind of show off what he's got, because he's got great stuff, man. Been collecting for it. Even before the whole retro thing kind of came back, he was collecting this stuff. So one of the first games he let me play was the X, Mega Man X, and it's extremely difficult, just like every other Mega Man game, but I really like the graphics and everything else that kind of went with it. So, and that goes for the Super Nintendo. Let me kind of scoot it. Probably hear a big boom here in a minute because I'm trying to scoot this stuff around. Okay, there we go. The next up, before we get into the Nintendo, one of the first big finds I had as a kind of when I got back into retro gaming, I went to a flea market and they had a top loader with nothing. Very nasty. Other than that, the inside looked pretty clean, but it looked like somebody, hopefully it was just Coke that they dumped all over it. But I did clean it up. Looked awesome once I got it done. Had to get some, had to find the hookups for it, so it was a little bit more than what I paid for it. I paid for the main system for like $3, and kind of talked the guy down. He wanted, I think, like 8, and I was like, look, dude, I gotta clean this up. It has no connection, no controllers, no nothing. And I was like, I'll give you, I don't know, $3 for it, and he took it. So didn't have a controller, and any retro gamer knows those dog bone controllers for the original Nintendo licensed ones that went with the system, they're kind of expensive. You're probably looking between $15 and $20 for just one. With this place gouges prices. I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want to get something slapped on me as a lawsuit or something like that if they ever watch this. Well, they probably won't. It's in Kingsport, Tennessee, and I think people will probably know, that's watching this video, know who it is. They jack things up. Just for an example, we was talking about G2K having good prices. I picked up Chrono Trigger for I think $30, and I'd won the NCAA tournament thing that they had, and I had got a gift card, so I got that and a retro duo, which I ended up taking back because it was just, those things aren't made very well. So I picked that up. No, nothing. It was just a card, a very clean card, but a card nonetheless. Got it for like $30. Went over to this place. They had just a card for $80. So, and I think they even had Mario Duck Hunt for, I want to say like $25 or something like that, something crazy. But I picked this up, caught them slipping, as they say on the Game Chasers. Super Nintendo, or the Nintendo Doggone controller, $5. Very stoked to have this. Finally completed my top loader stuff. So, very, very cool with that. And even the guy was like, "Oh, that's not right." I was like, "Well, you better give it to me," and he did. $5. So, gotta give him props for that. Next up, are my Nintendo pickups. Now, the majority of these, besides like a couple, and I'll kind of designate which ones that they are. These are all pretty much one pickup. Like I said, I'll designate the ones that's not. Majority of these went to a consignment shop in, I think, Weber City, Tennessee, or Weber City, Virginia, I think. It's right on the line there. I think it's Weber City, Virginia. And they had a bunch of Nintendo games. I mean, I'm looking at probably about 30-something Nintendo games. I think I counted like 32, 33. Guy just wanted to get rid of them. He said, "I'll give you all of them for $20. Luckily, I only had $16 in my pocket. I said, "Would you take them all for $16?" They came in basically a rental place. Looked like they bought out a rental place and got all of them. Some of them came with some really cool Nintendo cases. Some of them came with sleeves. Some of them came with booklets. There's a huge find in this, along with a couple other finds. But this was a kind of a huge find there. So definitely got more, worth a lot more than what I paid for them. So we'll get started. Now a lot of these. I have traded in a lot of sports games that I want to keep in my collection. So you're probably looking at about when everything whittled down, probably about 20-some games, probably for like $16. Again, I got like 30-some. So sports and doubles and stuff, I kind of got rid of. We'll start out Mock Racer. It's a black label game for the NES. And I'm going to try to run through the more common ones to get to the other ones. 3D World Runner. I have no clue, but I picked it up. Big Ghostbusters fan, so they have Ghostbusters 2 in my collection. It's pretty cool for the NES. And all these are for the NES, by the way. Viper by Capcom. Blades of Steel. One of this in my collection. They're all over the place. So I never picked it up, so I got in this little, in the lot here. So very cool. One of the best hockey games ever made. Monster Party. Remember playing this as a kid? Got these, let's see. This one, Circus Caper. This one came with the manual, as you can see in there, in the nice little case there. Black Label Baseball for the NES. Came with the manual also. By the way, what's happened to manuals? Jeez, come on, guys. Give us a little bit more than just looking at it on the screen. Kung Fu. No manual. A little dirty. I can clean that one up. Excite Bike. Black Label for the NES. You get a nice case, no manual. Duck Hunt. Figures come with the manual. Black Label, I guess, is that one too. Ice Climber. Black Label game. This is Trog by Acclaim. I have no clue. I've never played. Come with the manual though in a nice little case. The original Popeye. Story about this. Was sick one Friday. Was living in Abilene, Texas when my dad was in the Air Force. Told Dad, like, "Hey man, can you go rent me a game?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll go rent you a game." I wanted Ninja Turtles. They didn't have it. He got Popeye instead. Really fun game. Plays a little bit like Donkey Kong. So you have to kind of collect each level. You have to collect so many hearts while not getting hit by Brutus. You have spinach that you can eat, obviously, and you can knock Brutus off the stage for a little bit. Very cool game, I thought. So let's see, Bubble Bobble, which is a game that is pretty fun from what I hear. It's all around. So manual on the back there. This is Fester's Quest for the NES. Came with the manual too. And finally, Golf, Black Label game. These are. Let me go with the ones that I know came with this one. Actually, these are the good finds, and some of them came, and I'll try to clarify which one came with what. Got Double Dragon for $5 at G2K. Did not have a copy of that, so pretty stoked to get that. And also, before I go any further, I've got a box copy of Ren and Stimpy Show Buckaroos. Box copy of that. No manual or nothing, but pretty cool. Came with that lot. I don't have a ton of box games like that, so very cool to have. This one came from G2K. Big fan of the Capcom games, the Disney Capcom games. Tailspin, really clean copy of that. Again, got that from G2K. Most of these came from Norton. I didn't get any of these from anything. This one also came from G2K. Trying to get all the Mega Man games for the NES I've got now. I've got Mega Man 2, so I got for at G2K. Paid about $10, probably a little more than I want to pay for it. But I got this one, 3, 4, maybe 5. I may have 5 also, I can't remember. It's all packed away. Mega Man 2. Got these. One came in, I think this one came, yeah, because it came with the case, in the manual. Birthday Blowout. The Bugs Bunny game there. And also the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle game. I picked this up at G2K for I think $4 or something like that. The reason I hold these have a special story. Me and my mom used to play these all the time. And you know, my mom's still alive, so it's not like it's some kind of memory that way. But my mom really was one of the ones that kind of pushed video games. Not push, but she's very supportive. Of course, she was like every other mom. Hey, maybe we'll go outside. But she saw that I had a passion for them, comics and stuff like that. She's kind of a geeky mom too. She loves a lot of, she loves the Harry Potter stuff and stuff like that. So, loves the Gilmore Girls, which I do too, and so does my brother. She understood where I was kind of coming from with this. So did my dad too. I mean, it's not like he forbade us from ever playing it, but Mom was more, she kind of sat down playing the NES with us and stuff like that. So, and Dad would too every so often. But these two games she loved. So we actually beat both of these, I believe. We rented them, I think we rented them both one weekend when we was living in Kentucky and beat them both. Stayed up like 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that and beat them both. So some very cool memories. I'm going to do a playthrough with these with her. I think it'd be pretty cool to do that and kind of see if she still got it. Horrible at Mario. She couldn't get past the first jump. She'd get to the very edge and jump and die because she couldn't hit the buttons at the same time. But this game, she was really good. So probably better than I am now. So again, Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle and Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout. The next ones, this one I got G2K. They had a box copy. This one's a little bit more rough than what I wanted, but obviously I can look. I gotta clean up a little bit. Disney's DuckTales. Another Capcom Nintendo game. Probably one of the best games on the NES. Now these two are the big finds. I'll touch on. I'm not gonna say where I found this other one because, like I said, I kind of like the guys down there. I found this a little banged up, but didn't know it was a rare game. I rented this as a kid and really liked it, and that's why I got it. I mean, I snatched it up as soon as I got it. Got it for about $5. Apparently a pretty rare game. I did not know it until way after, probably about a week after I picked it up, and after I picked up this other one, and I looked at both of them, I was like, holy crap. I knew one of them was rare, then the other one I'm going to show you, but not this one. This is Snow Brothers. Didn't know it was rare at all. Just a really fun game. So, came with the package. No, actually, I added one of the Nintendos that came with the other lot there, but a little banged up. But hey, it's Snow Brothers. Come on. I think on eBay it's like, I don't know, it goes for like $70. So even beat up, you're looking at about a $50 game. I just like it because it's a cool game, but very cool that it's rare. On the level of rarity. And then this one right here I got in the lot. This was the game. I knew it was rare. I didn't know how rare it was. So when I picked it up, I thought, holy crap, I think I found a pretty good holy grail so far in my collection. And that is, some will remember him from his TurboGrafx days, but this one was released on Nintendo too. Bonk's Adventure. Again, it comes with the manual's kind of coming loose. I'll have to restaple it, but there's the manual, and then the cart, pretty clean there. I had to clean up just a little bit. A lot of the ones that came in that lot was pretty clean because they was rental copies, so they took pretty good care of. It didn't come with the sleeve. I added the sleeve later on with one of the games I got rid of. But this one right here goes for like $90, just the disc or just the cart, and that's not even without the manual. So cool game. It's a great platform. And I never played when I was a kid, but I always heard it was really good. More so for the turbo graphics than this, but I think it was released a little bit later in the Nintendo life cycle there, so that's why I kind of got mixed up and not really picked up a lot. So it's pretty rare game, pretty rare. I guess not printed as much. Was super stoked to get this game. The bad thing about it was they had chopped the box up. They had it in like this really kind of crappy case. They had kind of chopped the front of the box off, and I thought, oh, is that the box? They got it folded up? No, they just cut it up. That was kind of a bummer, but very cool. Like I said, I didn't have to clean it a lot. It works perfectly. My NES sucks, so it took me a while to get it going, but works perfect, man. And I can't this is kind of the holy grail game so far. That and Snow Brothers. But this one just because it's in a lot better condition. So I hope you enjoyed the pickup video. Sorry for the length of this. It's probably going to be really long. I'll try to cut it up and make it a little bit shorter here or there. Again, I thank you if you like the channel, please like it, subscribe. Hopefully I'll be doing a lot of different videos here or there and kind of get this YouTube thing going. So again, my name's Aaron. Thank you so much for viewing this video, this pickup video. And again, if you subscribe or like the page if you enjoyed. So thank you for watching.